Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and also the Brink, and we are one community. Today, we're going to be talking about Framework. Framework. I have been a little bullish on them, meaning bearish maybe is a better is the right term. I like what they do, but I just haven't quite liked the aesthetics. So we're going to be getting into that, and that's probably what we're going to be talking about a lot today, along with a few other topics that we have lined up, including, of course, an update that I have at the end of this. So just need to double check a few things before we officially get into everything. Make sure people are trickling on in properly. Let's see here. If you're here, okay. Yeah, I think there's something going on. Let me just double check this. People, I'm wondering if it's my thumbnail. Okay, let's get, wait, or did I? Whatever. Okay, let's see here. Let us let people know. Just give it a second, guys. We'll get into the whole topic. I'm waiting for people to letting people know. Hey, PP Head, everything y'all. Evening, y'all. Well, how's it going, man? Just letting people know. Kind of want to make sure. Okay, how you doing, PP Head? There's usually a lot more people that come in. So I just want to make sure people pop on in before we pop off on the topics. Guess I can always queue up some more while we wait. What's up, Cascoder? Glad you're able to see the glad you're able to see the announcement this time and not towards the end, because it's going to be I think today's going to be a pretty fun one. I know Wolf should be popping on in too. Let's see here. The what? Framework, like the stream is going to be a good one. I don't. Hopefully, I'm not confusing you. Okay, let's see here. Just queuing up a few more things. How you doing, Cascoder? How you doing, PP Head? The name. While I queue these up. Curious how you guys are doing. Doing that great, huh, Cascoder? Bowed out. No. Doing great. Glad to hear. What you up to these days? Welcome, Wolf. How you doing? So I started like a minute or two late because my camera wasn't. I had to rework on some camera stuff. But okay. Job. Hi, how's it going? Cascoder might be heading to the gym in a bit here. Oh, good. I have been working out almost every day for the past 2.5 months, 3 months almost now. So lost some weight, doing better. Had to do sleep study because I have not been sleeping well. So I get a little bit tired at times. It is multiple things we don't need to talk about. I'm at the gym now, so may not talk much. Oh, Wolf. Can't believe you're at the gym when it's talking time. Okay, let's see here. This is a topic I'm actually really excited about. And I found out from High Tech Low Life about it because he's getting stuff ready for our podcast. By the way, off the console, you can go find us there. And we'll talk. We're going to be doing a little bit more special. I think this week we're going to be live streaming it, so keep an eye out for that. We'll have some. Yeah, we'll have some announcements for that. Okay, so let's just jump into the main topic for the day, and then we'll get into some other fun ones. Welcome, Chalice. Let's see here. Just need to zoom in, switch on over. And we'll talk about some stuff towards the end of this about channel updates, anything else going on. So, as always, so stick around for that. If not, let's go into today's topic. Zoom it on in. Just okay. I think that's, what does that say? 200%. Okay, that should be good enough. So, a framework is coming. So, partly I learned about this through Linus Tech Tips. I know that Linus has been pushed, like he's an investor into the framework system. I like the idea of framework and what they do because it reduces e-waste, which I think is important, but also makes it so that your investments go farther. Meaning you buy your laptop, you're supposed to be able to keep on upgrading it, right? So like throughout its lifespan and everything, and you can swap out parts just like it shows right here. Supposedly upgrade to more RAM. I can't remember how upgradable the APU is, but they have swappables. Let's take the 16 laptop for example. Kind of just showcase what they do. They do actually do a pretty good job with their little promotional videos. You flip it over, they have an expansion slot right here. Yep. Take that off and you put in like a new GPU, and how long they're gonna. Here's my thing. I actually don't think the framework looks good. I get where they're going with it though. It's more professional than anything. But I have a MacBook, and I really like the way the MacBook hits. Oh, Wolf. Hi has one. I did not know that Hi has one. I haven't talked to Hi in forever. He needs to join this stream. So I don't know anyone here in stream, like anyone on the stream. Do you guys know about the framework and about what it can do? And are you interested in it? Curious, because I have a couple of plans for the one I'm going to. I need to put a reservation in, but that probably won't happen for a few weeks. Which might put me over. I might request for a review unit. We'll see. I know Gardner's probably going to end up getting one. I think he got one of their laptops to review a year or two ago. But yeah, has a 7700 8 gigabyte GDDR6 graphics card that you can swap out. They honestly, I don't think that expensive compared to. But then again, I buy MacBooks a lot in my career, and I almost stopped altogether because the last MacBook I got is that i9, and it just is. It works well enough for Susie. It does not work great for me. So yeah. Let's see. Cascoder Taki Udon put out a pre-orders today for the Switch LCD to OLED conversion kit. No soldering required. Oh. That is really cool, Cascoder. That'd actually be a really fun one to do. I should probably do a stream on that. I got a refurbished one. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, there's the main board right here. Swap it out. You have, it really offers a lot for upgradability. It has a lot of room for expansions. If you don't like the ports, let's say one of the things that's with the MacBook's ports are almost perfect for me, actually. But before, when it only had 4 USB-Cs, which honestly I want to move to USB-C altogether, but back when it only had that, it would have been nice to be able to swap one of them out for like a USB-C or a USB like 3.2 or something like that. Job, I have looked into framework. Great idea. I still rocking my ASUS gaming laptop for now. When it dies, I'm definitely wanting to get a decent framework one. Love the module build. Agreed. And the ability. Here's my thing for gaming. If you're a gamer, like this might not. If you're gaming on a laptop, this might be a pretty good way to go. But price to performance probably isn't the best way to go. But it is a good way to go, honestly. If you're doing all sorts of different things, it has like a lot of room to grow. I will probably continue to rock a MacBook Pro or probably for my laptop. That's what's going to happen. But I am very much, let's see. Let's go back. I very much, let's get into this desktop thing. What makes it so special? Well, first off, it's happy to see us. You can see it's got a banana in its pocket or on its side, and it is showcasing how small this thing is. It is a console. And I'm kind of curious. I've looked into it a little bit. I don't know how I would equate this to a PS4 or PS5, but it's definitely more powerful than a PS4. It is on the equivalence, from what I understand, this is a 4060. At least let's see what base. Yeah, for the 8060. So the 8060S graphics series, I've heard, is on par with the 4060 NVIDIA graphics card. That's what I've heard. The Rachie, you're late. I can't believe it. You'll have to watch my Twitch stream when I stream in the next week to make up for it. So, and I do like that it has Wi-Fi 7. I'm surprised they didn't do 10 gigabit instead of and they did 5, but fast is fast. So this is also shared memory because it's an APU. So the cool thing about this is that this is similar to a Steam Deck in that, and I'm putting this into simple terms. It's close to a Steam Deck as in not performance, but as in architecture, where it has shared memory. It's an APU, meaning the CPU and the GPU are built into the same chipset instead of like a separate dedicated GPU. Now that being said, I'm really curious about, because I want to go to this more modular system, especially as I do more YouTube stuff and do more projects. I find myself not wanting one beefy machine. I want to be able to test things out in a more easy way. And so I'm thinking about going the route of, and I wouldn't have the best setup in the world, but I'm fine with that for the next while, for the next few years. What I would have is a very easy setup, and I want to do an eGPU. I know you lose performance with an eGPU, but I want to go that route. I am not playing things at the max performance right now anyways. And I'm thinking about getting one of these. Honestly, I am thinking about getting one of these for my main computer. It sounds really weird, and I want to build new. And on one side, I'm kind of just boycotting NVIDIA for a little bit, for multiple reasons. One, I'm just kind of tired of their shit a little bit. Not saying that they're bad. If you're gonna buy them, buy them. I just don't like the idea of like when a card comes out and you can't get it forever. Like they do artificial limiting of their releases of video cards, and I don't like that. I'm not gonna put up with that. I get really tired of that. They'll give excuses all over the day. People might even believe those excuses. I don't believe them. I know that they could wait a couple of months, then release it, and have more than enough for a lot of people. But they release it, scalpers take it, like the 4090, the 4080. Like you can ask if Chad is here, you can ask him. He's been trying to buy one for a while. It is not easy to get one. I don't like that in the sense of Sony also made a mistake in this. Added to scarcity, made it so that people bought it, but then I think it burnt them out for the PS5 Pro. The PS5 Pro is selling worse than the PS5 PS4 Pro, from my understanding. The PS4 Pro is selling better than the PS5 Pro at this point, from the article I read, which is crazy to think that that's going on. An older generation is beating out a newer generation. Now that could be worldwide or South American sales. I know South America and some other countries tend to be or because of imports and stuff like that, they tend to sell a lot of previous generations. So I'm kind of on this. I was going to build an AMD system this year. And I wanted to get one for Susie too, because we had one planned out. We just didn't end up getting it a year ago or whatever. I don't remember when. She's been using another device, but like my main computer's starting to have some issues. And so my gaming setup is probably going to be something like this to start out. And if it's a 4060, that's decent enough. If I don't go with this for my main PC, I might put it out on my TV. Me and my kids have been playing, and Susie have been playing a lot more games on the TV these past few months. Like Astrobot's been really fun, so I figured I'll throw a bunch of my old games on there, especially some emulated games that I used to play that are going to be similar to Astrobot that the kids would love, and throw it onto one of these devices. So yeah, it is not. Susie should be joining us at one point. I'll be honest, these like checkered like expansion areas to make it more pretty, I'm not sold on fully, but yeah. Huh?
Sorry, it was my watch.
Are you gonna join in, or are you gonna stay over there?
I'll join in whenever you want me to. You just told me I had to be here.
Okay, so Susie's gonna join us. I'm not gonna have a mic for you right now.
That's fine. You just said show up, so I'm here.
I told her to show up. Let's see here.
Oh gosh, I might have to run grab my glasses. I'm turning into an old lady who can't see.
She's an old lady.
I'll be back.
Don't mind her. She'll be right back. It'll give me a time.
Brandy's gotta get her glasses.
Oh my gosh. Grandma Susie. Okay, we'll get the widescreen in there. She'll be right back. She has to get her glasses. Raichi, remember when a $100 GTX 1050 Ti could destroy the 3-year-old PS4? Now you need a $300 card to be on par with a 5-year-old PS5. I actually agree with that, Raichi. I'm usually not one to poo-poo price increases because we always have our previous generations, stuff like that. You're gonna, I know it's kind of a.
I'll say the weird.
And then if you want to talk, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
You just said come say hi, so I'm here. Hello, world.
Shout it out.
Hello, world.
Wolf says hi, by the way.
Hi, Wolf.
Susie said hi if you can't hear it very well. I turned up the gain. I didn't think this through very well. I have a mic that I should have. I'll do it next time. You don't have to be here forever, but I want to show you this. I want to show you what and maybe we'll go this route and get us both one of these, and then we get eGPUs and hook them up for better performance. But this is on par of a 4060 anyways, but they're really cool. But I don't know if you want to build your own. Do you want to build your own, or do you want something that's like very easy and portable? Because this thing's like the size of a banana.
Yeah, I know. I saw. Because I was watching on my phone earlier.
Oh, okay.
It's also almost the size of a balls bottle.
A balls? Yeah. It's the size of the balls I get. It's God damn. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these pictures that they threw in, I'm like, it.
They were a choice.
Oh, Siri's like activated. Yeah, this is okay. Okay. Chad Cat, welcome, and Bebe. Oh, nice cameo. Salutations from Fubooter.
Hello, Foombooter.
Chalice is Chalice or what? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, man.
Summoned.
You're being summoned. Okay. Monster Hunter hype. Are you getting excited? Isn't it out or is it coming out very soon, like this week? Right. Fumbuter is late. Also, nah, you're good. You're not that late. This Cascoder. So this is why Linus was begging for an official Steam OS at the start of the year. Yeah, probably is because of this thing right here. It looks good. I'll be honest. Let's blow ourselves up a little bit. I think it looks good. I also don't think it looks that great though. I'll be. Here's my thing. If I got this. Oh, and good. I'll tell her when she gets back, Rachie. Member for 13 months straight. Congratulations, Rachie. I'm gonna have to do something special. I'll put your name at the end of the next video in big bold letters. I think I'm gonna repay. So this is gonna be like, okay, Raspberry Pi wise. I know they're kind of expensive, like $1,000 starting. But this might be my Raspberry Pi for a little bit, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I'm thinking of it kind of like my Steam Deck in some ways, but desktop-wise, where I can hook it up to my TV. Honestly, I'm going to treat this like a Steam machine. And to be fair, what the specs are on this could be a Steam machine, and I can't wait for SteamOS to drop because I'm going to slap SteamOS on this thing. But I'm probably going to paint this thing. I won't get a professional grade, but I'm going to get as close as I can. That works really well for adhesives for plastic and aluminum. I'll probably paint this myself because I'm not the biggest fan of most of the way this looks, but I do like it. And then on top of that, the keyboard looks nice. He's rocking he's got the carpal tunnel prevention system there. Is this looks like what's his face for Instagram, TikTok, and all that other stuff. Okay. But yeah. Good old school looking LAN pick right here. Let's see here. I mean, I do like how they have this animation. Like you can see, it's almost as big as balls. The controller is like wider than this thing. I love the concept of this. And I'm starting to Lomki, welcome. And Susie is back. By the way, Rachie used his 13-month chat. Every month they get like a super chat for free or something like that to say good evening to you, Susie.
Oh, well, thank you, Rachie. Good evening to you, too.
But he called you sussy, so you're sus.
What is he, our 8-year-old?
No, yes, exactly. So, I mean, look at this thing. You can slap that thing into a backpack.
That's pretty sweet.
We don't need laptops. We just take this down to my parents' house and we can plug this into TVs and we could just game that way.
There you go.
Commandeer. You know what? I kind of want this chair. Okay, we're okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm just shopping now for everything else that's not this device. I like it.
You want the chair? You want the chick's hair?
I want the chick's. I cannot pull off that bright of hair. I don't have enough hair to pull off that bright enough. So you can customize it. You can do some fun stuff. I don't know if this is the route you'd want to go, though.
Right.
Is this something you'd be interested in, or is this something you would want? Would you want to do something more
like custom?
Custom. Speak into the mic.
Gosh. I mean, you and I both know I'm not the most technical person.
No,
So
I know,
it's
but
like-
it's fun.
Like building my own PC would be fun. I just also see it turning out like the 67 bug I tried to refurbish with my dad, and it never got finished.
Well, okay, well, we're not refurbishing a PC. If we built you a PC, I could easily get you started. Like, you'd get it done within 4 hours.
Okay, so long as it's 4 hours and not 4 years.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. So you can go this route, or you like with me, which I'm going to go this route. See, look. So you put it all together. Then it has a handle at the top. It has these little inserts for different USB like ports if you want something that's an SD card. I wonder. I can't. I'm wondering if they're hot swappable because that's another thing that's kind of interesting to me. Can I swap it out if I really quick need an SD card? I don't know. Upgrade. You know, it has. It's a very compact machine,
Right.
and I'm here for it, especially with how heavy my other machine is. And I like my other machine, and it's a 3090,
Right.
but I'm kind of over how big it is and also how expensive it is. I'd rather actually, honestly, put the money into the MacBook or into a Mac
Right.
Mini. And
No, I mean that's something I do appreciate about it is that it's not a freaking monster of a machine.
and if we went this route, I'd also be tempted to 3D print. I don't know if I'd go with. I might have to get a different type of material though for heat resistance. But I would be tempted to 3D print a case connector between this and a Mac Mini. Maybe put the Mac Mini on top or something like that, and have a combo.
That'd be interesting.
And be kind of cool. So you'd have the MacBook over there for on the go, and then your setup where you can do editing and do gaming all in one. You could just have on that thing.
Right.
I like that. I also like, I do the same thing. Like, honestly, I have my MacBook laptop right here and I want to get a new one, but I think to upgrade in the meantime, I just get a Mac Mini and they have kits that you can upgrade the stuff for. There's a lot. I'm going to have a fun year this year trying to go with like minimalistic or cheaper devices and upgrading them.
I don't think it's a bad idea, to be honest.
Same. So, also, this would be a good starter PC for the kids. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself and buy like 4 of these.
Give me all of them.
But for the price that I spend on my computer over there, I could almost buy 4 of these at the base. Wolf. Oh, Rachie, I was telling Brink he's never put my name at the end of the video. I swear I have, Wolf. Fine, you're going to go on there too. I swear I have. You're at least in the credits in the description of the videos. Chad, but y'all seen the Panorama 3060 CPU cooler? I don't know if I have. Do you want to throw it in the chat and I'll get it up there and we can look at it towards the end? Just remind me. Booter, I haven't, but I also haven't built in well over a decade. My last cooler barely for it's worth the look, I promise. Yeah, that's the thing. Like my era of I don't know. I don't want to say my era of building computers is kind of over. It's not. If I had the resources, I'd be building them all the time on stream for fun. But what I want out of a computer or what I want is different nowadays because I move my crap around so much. Right. Honestly, having a little a beast of a PC like this would be awesome.
Oh, agreed. Well, and I do feel like COVID and like kind of post-COVID markets, like I don't know, do you feel like it's as fun to build a PC these days as it used to be?
No, it's not. Honestly, going and shopping for the Icarus. Welcome. I want to hook up another mic for you. This is. Did we ever get a mic for you?
I don't know. It's fine. You're the star of the show. I'm just.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to figure this out. It's just going to take a second because I think I have an idea. Light bulb. Curious if we can do it like this.
Well, so she can hear me fine.
Oh, you can hear her fine. Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll just keep it. I'm gonna have to get over here a little bit. You're gonna have to scoot in, and then just
this far
okay.
I go.
Okay, if that's fine, I was gonna hook up the iPad Pro to my stream, which would actually that's really good input, audio input. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Fubuter. I'll check out. Maybe they'll have the next model of it by the time I make a new build. Might be moving this year, so if I have space to... Yep. The Icarus, what GPU would I want to use with this? So this comes with a built-in GPU, and I'd run with that for a little bit, but I would honestly, what I'd probably end up doing is pinging a bunch of different companies to try to get a review unit for maybe even stretch with some of my connections to maybe get an eGPU. But right now, there's a... Let's see here. RTX 4090M eGPU hits pre-sale for $1,260, $1,000 cheaper than the ASUS RTX 5090 mobile eGPU. I mean, Wolf's the one that threw this up at something like this, maybe. I think also Gardner is... I'm not going to say much. Oh, he might have actually released it Monday. I need to go watch that video. He's been reviewing a PC and has some cool stuff on that too. But let's see. I mean, if I wanted to go RTX, this is kind of a cool option to go. I'm going to go to modular or smaller is kind of my goal. The Icarus is to go smaller this time around. With the goal of some of the stuff I'm building is going to end up being servers that I'm going to have like at the house for doing, like, let's say if I start to pick up my channel, start to do much better, start to have the funds, then I'd maybe build another big PC, maybe I might even build a desk PC. I really like those, but I'd do it custom. Yeah. It'd be fun. It'd be a really fun project to do a video on.
Right.
But in the meantime, I'm fine going middle ground. I don't want it to be too low on the performance, but I want it to be able to do like a PS5 level almost graphics capability.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Unless, okay, this is all going to change when Half-Life 3 comes out this year. If Half-Life 3 comes out this year, I'm selling off one of my kids, whichever one isn't making me upset that week. I'm going to sell them off, and then I'll get a PC to run. Honestly, I have the 3090 over there.
That's some strong choices there.
So here's what I'd do. I'd probably...
Oh, that's right. I forgot Half-Life's your first baby.
It is my first. It's my first love and first baby, which is... never mind.
Children,
don't think about
bags. We're no longer wanted.
So I have the 3090. So what I'll probably do, because I think what's going on is the motherboard in this other PC is potentially that. I don't think it's the graphics card. It's potentially that, or maybe the. I don't think it's overheating though. I think the motherboard's going out in it. I might piece it apart, sell some of it, and then keep the the 3090. And throw it into an eGPU enclosure and try running it that way to see if I can get it to go that way. And
it's not a bad way to do it.
Yeah, so. And then you could potentially use it too every once in a while. Yeah, Chalice. I honestly, building a PC is not too bad. Chad can talk about it too. Chad, aka Brandon Kitchens, on here, he had a fun time building his PC 2 years ago now, but you got it. And so yeah, I think anyone for the most part can build a PC. It's
I'm reading comments off my phone, by the way.
That's fine, you can read comments. She's reading comments too, because I don't know if you can read it over here. I'm sorry, she's in the middle of getting new glasses.
Just a little blind. Okay.
People asking 1K, I think, for a 3090. 1K for a 3090 loan key. Oof. That's crazy, but a 4090M is probably going to run similar to a 3090, right? I don't know. I think I'll just run with my GPU. So I'd maybe do something along these lines. Maybe I do like the eGPU would make a nice dock for my Steam Deck too. That's another thing, Cascoder. That is another reason I'm going this route, is because I can foresee me being able to get a lot of leeway, or like a lot of content, or a lot of fun, because I've been missing out on like doing a lot of fun content. If you haven't noticed, I've been doing more news, and I haven't done as much fun because funds or whatever else is just not quite there because it's expensive. And my lazy ass doesn't contact people to get review units sometimes. And because I want to make, like, if I'm going to get a review unit, I'm going to be reviewing it and make a video on it. And I just don't feel like I have the commitment as much as I used to, which I am going to. But the Steam Deck 2 is going to be coming out in the next 2 years, I think. And with everything else, I just think it'd be really fun to go this eGPU route.
I mean, bare minimum, like, I mean, what are we talking price-wise? It's not...
For which thing?
The other one.
So eGPU wise, there's also Neo has an eGPU that's really, I really like the way it looks.
Okay,
but
so what would you say is like the medium price for these?
Give me 1 second and I'll show you.
Okay.
So I actually really like this eGPU. It is AMD, it's not NVIDIA, which if I want, and this is another nice thing from the game I'm developing, it's also nice to have two different types of graphics cards, like both AMD and NVIDIA. I could swap those out too and test them on both, which would be nice. I like this video card, or this eGPU.
Looks like something out of Star Wars.
That's my point. I really like the way it looks. I think it looks
Maybe
sexy as
more
a
Mass
F.
Effect?
Huh?
Maybe more Mass Effect, maybe?
Kind of just a sci-fi-esque
maybe
thing.
that's just
I really like it.
Genreless.
Is it? But it's, this is right here. It's and faster than 3060 graphics on a desktop. Well, the framework is from what I understand, from what I hear, this thing is going to be equivalent to a 4060 already if you get the mid to high tier. So this thing, let's see here. Let's go look at the pre-orders so we can see how much this thing's going to cost. So bare minimum $1,000 for the base. It sucks. It doesn't come out until Q3. I can't wait that long.
1,600.
Is it the AC? Okay.
Yes, the AC.
It's like, what is going on? It has 32 graphics cores up to 2 point. I don't know what that fully means in this type of a system. I know, like, it looks like if it's equivalent to a Mac Mini, that's like double the performance. But this is also interesting. Non-upgradable LPDD. Is none of this upgradable? That is interesting. This framework, I feel like it's going to be repairable and it's going to have like a lot of stuff to it, but I don't know how repairable, or like without swapping out the whole thing, how repairable it is.
Right.
And it's got AI in it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yes, Wolf, we all need to watch scary vids again and hang out. We'll need it. We should do a stream on my other stream on Twitch, or I think I'm trying to set it up so I stream on both Twitch and YouTube and watch scary YouTube videos or something. We can watch eerie stuff.
You can do that. I'll be in the other room.
Lone key, it's 120. Yeah, right. 120 watts to 140. It's may get closer to 4070 Lone key. To be fair, it is actually. Okay, hold up. Okay, it's LPDDR. I thought it was LPDDR6. Okay, interesting. Anyways, this is shareable. Like, this is honestly the one I'd want to get. The $1,000 one, $2,000 ones, obviously.
Right.
With 128 gigabytes of RAM, this thing's a beast. In the sense of I can run my LLMs. I'll eventually could run my AI that I'm gonna. Groom doesn't sound right. I was like, raise. I'm gonna raise. Groom sounds horrible. I'm gonna raise my AI. So I'm gonna build up this AI that's gonna be my assistant. That's gonna that I'm gonna name. I don't know what. I can't remember what I said. What did I say on the podcast?
I don't remember.
I don't know. But I'm gonna name this AI. I'm gonna train it. And it's gonna be on the same server
Is it going to be Baby Colin Robinson?
Baby Colin Robinson, no. It's fracking social vampire or whatever. Suck all the life out of the room. Emotional vampire. Yeah. So...
energy vampire, that's it.
An energy vampire. Whatever. Potato.
We only had to go through the whole list.
So...
Your AI, continue.
Yes, I'm going to have my AI. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be really fun. That's kind of the point of this, is that I'm going to be able to build a lot of different projects from this machine. And I'm really excited about it. I haven't been this excited in a while since I saw this. I wasn't sure. Well, like, oh, framework. Okay, I like framework. But once I started looking into the, honestly, heck, even this one right here, this 64 gigabyte one is plenty of RAM technically.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. I don't like Cast Coder.
AI decides which child has to go when Half-Life 3 comes out this winter. You know what, Cast Coder? I love that. Thank you. It's going to make my decision a lot easier.
Fine, we'll just leave you with your throuple.
The AI and what? Siri? I don't know.
And your Half-Life.
And yes. Okay. My AI and my... Oh, my God. Damn. So... I don't know. How interested are you guys? Like, chat, how interested are you in this framework desktop? Because this thing is going to... let's see here. It's the Zen 5 RDNA 3.5. This is a pretty beefy machine. If we look at the graphics scores like in 3D Mark's Time Spy, you can look at the 4060 right here, and you can see the 40 compute units right here. It's a little less. Now, that being said, this is 3D Mark Time Spy, right? And you can see like 3060 is below it. That's crazy. This is crazy performance. And I bet you with a little bit of tweaks, maybe even some overclocking, if it's potentially able to, it can maybe even match up to an RX 7600, which is just awesome. Like, is it the best of the best? Is it a 40 or a 5090? No, but I don't need a 4090 right now. I wouldn't be against getting one in the future, but I'm not playing intense enough games for 40. Let's see. I want to see benchmarks just to get a little bit of let's get some comparisons going on here. For you, it'd be perfect. Honestly, the performance on this thing would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
I honestly, I get tired of researching benchmarks and stuff. I'm going to be building this into my website. The Games Revealed website is going to share the same host as a Hardware Revealed, and so we're going to have that coming out somewhat in the next. I'm going to be doing some comparisons because I'm getting tired of this searching for things and trying to figure out which is best kind of thing. So I'm going to build it into my... I know the big plus is like if it's a RAM intensive game, the shared RAM, albeit can make it a little slower, it will make it so that you can run very high textures.
Right.
Which I really like that concept. I honestly also think that this is the way we're going to go. I don't think we're going to have dedicated GPUs as much in the future. I think we're going to be going to specialty APUs. And I think Gardner's correct. We mentioned it in the podcast last week that also potentially having quantum cores when those become a thing, because we already have AI core sets that are good at running LLMs locally, or like minimalistic LLMs locally for AI instructions. Like if you're doing some like quick AI thing that needs an LLM, it can run it really well, or machine learning, potato kind of thing. Loam key, I am is a little way off my budget for me. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like it is off. Okay, here's the thing. When I buy a computer every 2-3 years, depending on what kind it is.
Yeah.
In the past, it's a little. This is the longest I think I've gone without buying any.
Yeah.
Computer.
No, you built that one.
I didn't build it.
Or you bought it, right?
Yes, I bought it and paid it off by mining
That's
Ethereum.
Right. That's right.
I went to the mines with it and made it work. as a
That's
baby.
right. But you did that, what, 4 or 5 years ago at this point?
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost 5,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Because it was during COVID.
Yeah.
It was really hard to get the parts for this. Or to get this. So I went with a 3090. I didn't want a 3090. I wanted a 3080.
Before that, I think you were doing about every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, laptops and everything. So,
Yeah.
no, I honestly think my game plan this year, because I usually spend about between 2 to 3,000. I usually end up selling my past one too. Oftentimes, I'll sell my old tech to get my new tech. So when I say, like, let's say 3,000 for a computer, think of it more like $1,500 every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Which I think is very reasonable for the thing I use the most. And so, thank you, Wolf, for shouting us out for the off the console. It is for how much I'd spend in my like upgrade cycle for this. I could almost buy 3,
Right.
and honestly, I almost want to buy 3.
Mm-hmm.
Get the lower end one. I'll see if honestly, I'll probably end up buying 1 or 2 depending on if this is what you want this year.
Right.
But I think this is definitely reasonable for me and you to get one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And then a third one would be like a if I get a review
Right.
unit, we'll stick it out there and use
Well,
this.
currently my actual laptop does not have a battery, and is probably filled to the brim with crumbs. So I will take anything at this point.
I was gonna say, well, this would be much better than your.
Yeah, I know.
And we could put an eGPU into it.
I'll be back.
Uh-oh, she's being summoned. And then like a Mac Mini. So what I'm gonna be doing, this is what I'm okay, guys. Did we? I want to actually see gameplay. Which one did I click on? I don't like. I just want to see like game, because it gives me a relative idea. I don't necessarily. I don't mind doing benchmarks or like relative benchmarks. Oh wow, this thing is getting a little old. It's about 2 years old now. I know that they're coming out with a new one, but I want to know what relative. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Gamer Nexus is so negative all the time now. Like it's not very. I just can't get over the negativity. It gets wearing after a while. Let's see. Here we go. So, these are just percent. I don't want percentages of improvements. I just want to know what FPS it is, the average. There we go. So, oh, this is improved. Damn it. I don't want improvements. I don't like these scales. Here we go. The 7600. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw up onto my new website when it comes out in the next few weeks. Some comparison stuff because I'm getting tired of this. I'm done reading. I'm done with this. Okay, so sorry guys. Let's not expose my database. So Raichi's laptop doesn't even have a display. Hey, that's fine. My kids have inherited Susie and my laptops, our gaming laptops that we had. One of them has a 2070 Ti in it, or Max Ti, one of those weird ones, and then the other one has, I think, a 2060 in it. Decent laptops, but sometimes we let them eat at their desks. We shouldn't, but we're in a hurry for stuff and all that. We just let them. So yeah, like, do you know what a toaster, like, have you ever tipped a toaster upside down after you've used it for a few years and it's just crumbs fall out, burnt or whatever, crumbs just everywhere? That's probably what would happen with that laptop. Is if you tipped that laptop upside down, it'd be a toaster crumb fest. So, Oh, nice. Chad's doing a deep cleaning your 4080 out right now. Nice. Lomkey cleans his every week if he uses it. Good on you, man. I clean my stuff enough. I could be better. My monitors are probably the worst. But after seeing the kids' iPads and all other stuff, like, nah, I'm much better than that. At least I'm not a child. At least I'm not a child level dirty. I'm not really that dirty. It just
Your ADHD level of dirty.
I will hyper clean it and clean the hell out of it. But in the meantime, I will be fine if there's a little smudge that I accidentally did on there. Lomkey, hard to clean with the dog hair all the time. Yeah, I have my dog's hair everywhere too.
Freaking sheds like a beast.
Yeah, we have to like vacuum every other day. It feels like now, and it just freaking a new dog hair. I don't know how he's alive. I don't know how Loki's alive with how much dog hair we vacuum up every other day. Yes, well, don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar, just like any good Half-Life person would. Yeah, Lomkey. No, I know you're not upset about how much it costs, but it is definitely like, it is not cheap. But I honestly, like, I think it's reasonable. Like, starting at $10.99 for the performance of an APU. Like, this is an APU that I have a lot of hopes in will be matching, like, that. Okay, to be fair, is this what the Steam Deck 2 is going to be performance-wise? Probably not. But is it going to be? It's probably going to be based off of the architecture. So I'm really curious to see like how well this does. Partially for that too, but with this being I'm going to roughly say like 4060 is great. You can do a lot with a 4060. Throw an eGPU in there, you're going to have like you can get 4080. I'm assuming up to maybe 4080 with the. It depends on the bus though. Or like, meaning like throughput and all that. I think it's USB 4. And I do think it's the higher bandwidth. It's not Thunderbolt because it's AMD. But I think you'd be able to get pretty good eGPU. I'm really curious though. We'll have to look into it. Rachie, right now I'm not shopping. I'm just gaming. Right now I'm at my grandmother's house while she is away and I'm gaming on an Xbox One. Nice, Rachie. Nice. Lomkey, Steam Deck 2 be count down a lot with CPU cores and some GPUs to make it cheaper. I don't even think it's to keep it cheaper per se. It's to keep it so that it's doesn't drain battery. It's about energy. So what they'd probably do is CPU wise, they'd probably have around 4 to 8 cores, between 4 to 8, probably not 8 though, probably between 4 and 6 cores. I will have to say though, they do need more than 4. I don't care what the devs think. They obviously know what they're doing, but it is not like if you're trying to multitask on the Steam Deck in desktop mode, it sucks. And I know it's for gaming, but even games are being able to handle more and more cores. So it'd be worthwhile to have more cores, I think, and to be able to have maybe some efficiency cores in there more than anything. But what are you doing?
Sorry, you're having to like look behind you to like.
How's that?
So just scooch up a little.
Yeah, I obviously wouldn't have as many cores and everything, but I like the premise that this architecture brings, and I'm really curious to see what this will do. Chad, any advice when cleaning a motherboard? I don't clean mine with anything. I blow mine with like air. Canned air. I also have a blower now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
She's really good at blowing. I'm sorry. It's rechargeable, so I can just slap a USB-C into the back of it, which yeah. So yeah, it blows well. As far as like cleaning solution, you can use. I'd look it up, but I thought you could use rubbing alcohol to clean it off with. You'd have to double check that. Empty a whole gallon of 99% acid Propio. Alcohol, yes. That's what you can use. It's been blown off, but feels like it could use a little alcohol scrub in some places. Yeah. Like Raichi said, that you should be able to do that. Speaking of, I need to do that to my Xbox. I got an original Xbox. I got it from eBay. It must have come from both like Florida, and the guy must have been a smoker. It doesn't smell like smoke too much, but it is like has some corrosion going on.
It's a little gunky.
Yeah, I need to do the same thing to that thing. I have not. That's why I haven't opened it back up to do the mod chip on it. Yeah. The other cool thing about this is it doesn't do what. Oh, it doesn't come with one. That's okay. I have actually some spare ones I could use. So let's say if you wanted to get the base one and get like 500 gigabytes, $1,100. I like that there's a bring your own. I actually really like that because I do have a couple of like leftover 500 gigabytes ones. But I like that you don't break the bank going like, let's say with an 8 terabyte. Now, could you buy your own and put it in? Of course. This is up to the person. I like that it also has two M.2 2280, which is the long ones. Graphic capability to so I could. It has the same amount. I believe my computer has two M.2 2280 slots. It technically has 3, but one of them is used by the Wi-Fi. Also, bring your own operating system so you don't have to spend money on Windows is a great option. I love that because, which is also frustrating because I'd have to figure that. I do game development. That's the hardest part about that. So I'd have to figure something. I'd have to figure something out. Noctua. Get the Noctua fan. I'm sorry. She could go that route with. She's already sold out on the crypto scam stuff. I'm so sorry. You have tiles that you can get, which I honestly don't think I like the way they look, but they do offer 3D printing tiles. I mean, or like the 3D print kit, so I could customize my own and maybe even make like a games revealed one. That'd be really cool to do. Yeah, Wolf. Yeah, I'm seeing things all over the place about Half-Life 3 potentially being in the late stages of development, which is gotta save money. Okay, Susanna, no funerals this year for you to go to. We gotta save money for Half-Life 3.
Fine. I didn't want to go to the stupid funeral anyways.
There we go. Oh, I probably shouldn't say anything like that. I apologize for anyone that's listening. Get the rainbow heart. Touch grass so I can go out and touch grass.
Oh, no. You can just touch your panel.
And then get sued for harassment. My problem with all these is they don't feel like they're professionally printed. They feel like it's novice. They don't feel very good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it's still fun. And $5. I mean, here's the thing though. Spending $5. Okay. At least I'm not spending, $30 on each one.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're selling it for probably about what they're making them for.
Probably.
So, makes me happy. Expansion slots, they have the most popular combo, which is the USB-A, USB-C. I'd probably there is no I don't think the back. Well, we can look at it. I don't know if the back has one. I would probably. Wow, you get Ethernet expansion card in the front. Is there stuff in the back? I have to look at this again. But they also this reminds me of like both the new Xboxes and also like old Xboxes where you could carry around a storage in the controller, but you can stick one of these 250 or 1 terabytes in the front, which is interesting. I like that concept. It also has an Arch Linux in there. or Linux Mint. Honestly, I'd probably roll with Linux Mint or Arch Mint, Linux. Our Gardner is getting me. I'm kind of getting tired. I just need to get a good game dev set up on my computer, and I might actually switch away from Windows altogether. Except for like one computer in the house, where if it requires that to play the game, then I'll play it on that. Right. Okay, let's look at this thing some more. Oh. It's soldered on? That's crazy. We know that they soldered this on, and there's reasons why they did that, and Linus talks about it. Honestly, it looks like a really beast of a computer. I really like this. Really, 50. This is the NPU. So this is like the neural processor unit. So this is like for it has the same amount. This is like the AI portion of it. This is for neuro processes. 400 watt power supply. That power supply is technically a 500 watt, but it's been downside, or it's been under voltage to be a 400 to have safer, just to keep it safe so it doesn't overheat or anything like that, which I like. I appreciate that. And for what this does, 400 is plenty.
Right. Do you feel like its size is like them coming out with smaller things like this is kind of in comparison with like the handheld trend?
Yeah, I do think that this is like people aren't able to afford big houses anymore, so they have to get apartments and rooms really, wanting there. I mean, I'm tired of having where we live. We're going to be downsizing to a 1-bedroom apartment in downtown Seattle this year, so
you, Half-Life, and your AI will be very comfortable there, I'm sure.
No, I'll get another room right next for you and the kids.
Oh, perfect.
You can be So me and Half-Life 3 can have some quality time this year. If it comes out this year, I will have to be on temporary leave for work. Just think of it as a deployment. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen like that.
No, we just might not see you for a few months.
I mean, there's been other games that I've been excited for. I didn't start playing the day one, but I have a feeling Half-Life 3 probably wouldn't be that way.
There is one thing that has defined you since pretty much the moment I met you, and that is Half-Life 3.
Thank you. I've distilled down into one thing. Something that doesn't exist yet.
No, but it has defined much.
So, I have 91%. Is that okay? I have no clue, Chad. You probably want as pure as you can get. Lomkey, good part. No Apple tax on for space. I agree, Lomkey, for sure. But there is a reason why I have come to like Mac more and more. It's because it freaking works with my ecosystem. That being said, I don't need to fully delve into that ecosystem. No. I was going to say, I wonder how a Hackintosh on this would be, but it probably wouldn't be very easy because they're going more and more to like ARM chips. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found an Xbox 360 in the trash. Spent 30 hours refurbished, and now it works amazing, but the time. But still, 3 hours refurbishing is not much, Rachie. That's crazy. That's awesome. Congrats on that find. Wolf, I just got notification. Oh, yeah. There are ports in the back. Yes, there are ports in the back. Let's, Oh! Damn it, there is... Okay, we can see what they say performance-wise. I'm an idiot. Apparently I have to hit this. I thought it was like scrolled down. I thought you scrolled down to get to it, and I don't think you do. I think it did. Yeah. They're actual tabs. So Frameworks desktop APU delivers solid frame rates on the hardest and heaviest games. So Cyberpunk 2077 1440p quality high. That 70 is pretty good actually. I'm down for that. That's my type of thing. Marvel Rivals gets, at 1440, which I'm going to want to do 4K, but I will do an eGPU when I do 4K. Ultra, great. Valorant, it's a virus. Let's see. Can framework desktops run it? Yes, the answer is always yes. Nice. I do like how they do the whole tiles. I think it's fun. I do like the handheld thing. Like I said, I do want to get like a Mac Mini put onto it or attached to it, and that's going to be my setup for most things.
You remember that phone that was supposed to come out a while back, where it was like it had all the pieces you could, click together, and you could
Pizza Planet. This is just like
oh my gosh.
I don't even know what to think about this. Yes. Yes,
So
the phone that was that Framework that did that? No. Yes, there was something, and I can't remember if it was Framework that did that. They don't do it now, I don't think, but they
it didn't last. Like I feel like there
the
was
Fairphone. Maybe you're right, Rachie. Maybe it's the Fairphone.
Yeah.
But it's similar to this, where the back piece had little modules you can plug into it.
Yeah.
That being said, it's not as fun in a phone. I don't know. I like to make a modular phone. It makes it a little bit chunkier, and I don't care for that right now in my life.
Yeah.
I actually like this though, because I don't want it to be too big, but I like the idea that I could screw around with this enough.
Also, can we acknowledge that this chick has drank 6 balls?
She's a guzzler of balls. Let's just say that. So honestly, this makes me want balls now.
I know.
Balls are real. Where are they getting? I know Harmon's has balls. I wonder if if we can get balls somewhere around here.
I know. It's time for a Harmon's trip.
Rachie, the phone's CPU was outdated before. Yeah, that is part of the problem. That's why I don't really chase. I actually don't chase the performance as much on phones as I do the camera and some other extra features these days. It's just phones have gotten. I don't play games on my phones very much.
No.
These guys. At least they're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Machine learning. Oh, that's right. Yes. Framework Desktop makes massive AI models accessible to own and run locally right on your desk with up to 96 gigabytes of memory, accessible to the Radeon 8060 GPU, even very large language models like... Yeah, it's really good. It's actually a really good AI machine, which is, once again, for my future AI Half-Life 3 waifu. Hey, welcome back, BT Maverick. I really like this. I think this is going to be need a cluster. Framework Desktop has 4 gigabyte Ethernet along with 2 USB 4 ports, allowing networking multiple together to run even larger models with. Okay. Okay, I like that. That sounds like a really fun. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is blowing my mind. So, I like this because, like I said, I want to use this as my main PC for a while, but then maybe I'll retire it into my server system that will also be running like an AI system that I'm going to be training. It's going to be my fun project for later on. Once I get my website going really good, once I get back into making videos good, like this is the projects I'm going to be having some fun with, is doing some fun AI stuff because it's just fun to screw around with. And it's getting better every day, and it's fun. And it's going to take all our jobs, so I might as well lean into it and just enjoy it and watch the world burn. Yeah, so I'm here for it. I need to stop fanboying about this. Lumkey, like running at home, I mean, AI at home will be the big thing this year, I think. I think so too, Lumkey. And I will say this right now, that partially thanks to, weirdly enough, China, and because of all the different AI, like open source AI coming out more and more, it's democratizing AI to be able to be at home more. And because here's the problem with AI if it's going to replace all our jobs and only the like Nvidia and OpenAI and a couple other companies own it, and they're not paying taxed on that, and every job it takes, what are you going to do? Maybe you could use it at home to do your own job. I don't know, but like, let's just say it's going to be an interesting set of years with AI to come. It's
1920s were defined by illegal booze. The 2020s are going to be defined by AI.
by illegal AI.
Yes.
My AI Half-Life 3 mistress. She doesn't know why she married me. Yeah. I'm trying. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I want to look at these. We'll move on to the next topic because let's see here. No. Oh, wait. Am I going crazy?
What are you looking for?
I want to look for. The back panel. Here we go. Jeez. Okay. So the back I know I'm jumping all over it. The back panel has a HDMI-C, 2 display ports, which is awesome. That's actually exactly what I need. I don't think I'm going to be running any more than 2 displays at all anymore.
Right.
But with AMD and with this AMD, it might be able to run 3. So if I really had to.
Right.
Which I doubt it. Like we don't need to get into it. But it also has 2 USB-C USB 4s, which is awesome. And 2 USB-A's. Okay, cool. So, like, the back is going to have plenty of ports for me. I do use up a lot of my ports on my main PC, but I'm going to be changing this a little bit. BT Maverick Universal Income is going to be a fun discussion, or going to be a discussion eventually. It's already a discussion now. It's already been tried. People on one side said it failed, but there's multiple studies that have succeeded and failed. Yeah, with if you don't have if you don't have jobs being created, and you have a diminishing amount of jobs compared to usually a healthy capitalistic society has an uptick of jobs being always created, especially for a growing populace. We're not growing very fast, but if we have a huge shrinking of jobs, then you have a major recession, and even they have to do something, and so it will be interesting to see where we go. But in the meantime, knowing that like these top technologies like AI can be democratized, more so with open source, definitely makes it so that it doesn't feel like it's going to be as evil.
Right. Right.
What color would you decorate yours? Purple? Pink?
Vermilion.
I don't know if they have that one. I love the handle. Optional carrying handle coming soon. I love that too.
That is pretty dope.
Now I just need to strap on a Mac Mini onto the side.
Sounds like I might be done.
And good to go. And so the Mac Mini, you can also get like storage upgrades underneath for it. But yeah, that's probably, so yeah, guys, to move on to the next topics, I plan on buying one of these or getting one. I want to get the higher tier ones. Honestly, I want to get the 128 gigabyte RAM one because I do eventually want to turn it into an AI master, and then have some fun with this thing over the year, with both integrated graphics, but also eventually going to eGPUs, external GPUs. Rachie, as long as China makes it cheap, I will sell my country data without thinking twice. Damn, Rachie. As long as they make it, I mean, if you get it for free or cheap, something's getting sold. That's why I think it's funny when people like consume something for free and then complain. I can't tell if this guy has tattoos or he's just really good at drawing on himself every once in a while. Is that Valorant? I think that's Valorant. They even have it all like, there you go. That's the setup. Huh. Okay. So let's see here. We'll save the Half-Life 3 towards the end. Let's go on to the next topic. Lomke, it's a good test PC to test your games too. Well, here's the thing too. I think it's also a good framework or a good like standard to say, hey, this is how well these games run on this, and then it will tell you how well it could run on lower end or higher end. It's like a nice little medium area, especially as an APU is going to be very interesting. So yeah, I agree. Like, it will probably be my main PC for gaming for a while. My main PC is going to be a combo between this and probably a Mac Mini. My for other reasons I won't go into. The MacBook is great, but I'm going to try to do more of my own stuff on the Mac Mini, and then eventually upgrade into a MacBook Pro, like in a year or two, because they're doing a new refresh of them. And I really like doing my, I'm really hoping Epic does more Epic game support on it, because it's almost there. I could do game development on it. I just needed a little bit more power, and I could do it just fine on my laptop, and that's how I'd prefer it. And just get away from Windows for a while. So like this would probably run, maybe it would run Windows until, or Linux. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Oh, and yes, this is also a little bit of my sights. This 4090 eGPU is the mobile GPUs also. Yeah, I have my sights on this. The legendary Half-Life Alyx No VR team is making a new Valve-inspired FPS game. Wolf is really excited for this one. So, Chemical Burn is a new FPS game from the makers of Half-Life Alyx No VR mod, and it looks like a true successor to the Half-Life to the Valve series. I don't know about this. I do not know about this being a topic and who's writing this, because it's a little silly to say someone that made a mod to have like a true successor of a video game to Half-Life. That's a lot of big words to say. You weren't so sure about it after. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. So like this, doing a okay, so the Half-Life Alyx No VR mod is not a game. It's not even a true mod in the sense of like game mods in the past, like They Hunger for Half-Life. This mod makes it so that you can play Half-Life Alyx without a VR headset, which removes one of the most fundamental parts of what makes Half-Life Alyx amazing. And from my understanding, Half-Life Alyx No VR works fine, but trust me, guys, I have tried it actually. It works fine, but the VR experience is just amazing. And once the Decker project comes out, Half-Life releases the Decker project, or not Half-Life, Valve releases the Decker project, then you'll be able to play VR. Okay, so with Half-Life 3 still just a potential twinkle in Gabe Newell's eye, we'll look into that. And it's actually the same, it's the same website that's going to talk about how Half-Life 3 is in the late stages. But yes, it goes into, now the team behind the mod is making its own shooter called Chemical Burn, and it looks like a true spiritual successor to Half-Life 2. Let's look at this.
Hazard City, one of the few.
Okay, so spiritual successor indie style for Half-Life 2 probably would go that route.
Left on Earth. With what's left of the population here all cooped up in one place, it was only a matter of time for the same corruption, evil, and crime to infest this place. I'm gonna make sure this city belongs to the innocent and just.
This looks like more of a successor to Deus Ex. And I'm kind of curious how I'm not gonna lie, this makes me feel like it's 20 years old.
Had everything taken from me, and I've got nothing left to lose. Except you, boy. Come here, boy. Good boy. Who's the good boy? You think you can get to that, buddy? Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Come here, boy. Let's clean up this city, buddy. One body at a time. Time to take back this city from the people who took everything from me. Because of you, a lot of people are dead. Now, it's your turn.
Cindy.
The sound effects sound like they're 20 years old. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if they're marketing it as a Half-Life 2 successor. I don't feel like the website is doing it justice. If I was them, I'd be marketing it like, hey, we're going old school indie, almost, it's not a demake, but you know what I'm saying. Like, we're going to go like old school, new school kind of thing, where it's kind of like the hot trend for the past few years to make these games that look like they're from the 90s and 2000s, but kind of going into the late 2000s, maybe with some of the cheesiness of it. It doesn't look bad, but at the same time, I'm hoping that these are pre-alpha builds and this is going to change drastically from what I'm seeing here.
It's you. You obviously do not know who you're fucking with.
Ooh, they used naughty language.
You and your raider friends are dead. Surprise, motherfucker.
That's interesting. Graphically, this looks like it's built on the the Half-Life 1 engine. Now, honestly, it's probably, is it built on the it might be built on the that's, guys, this is epic. This is weird. This is an epic game. There you go, guys. You can't tell every epic game apart. Everyone always likes to say epic, like the Unreal Engine. It's not an Epic game, but it's an Unreal Engine game. That every Unreal Engine 5 game is recognizable. No, I don't think so. This right here. This right here is an asset you can buy out. I actually own this asset and I use parts of it in my game. But this is essentially the asset as a whole. Unless they built it and sold it on the Epic Game Store, they essentially just took this whole asset that was built out as a visual to showcase all the materials. Because like a lot of materials you use, a lot of assets you use in games can be recycled for other things and be repurposed. You can go and do the textures to make it your own. This is just straight up ripped from the demo of this asset. That door, if you go and look at some of my early stuff, which I've scrapped on and off, this door, I have this move. This is in mine. That being said, some of this is very impressive, but I have a feeling that a lot more of this is actually assets.
Anger makes you stupid. Stupid gets you killed by me. Buddy!
Chemical burn, plan, execute, survive, repeat. Coming 2026 wish list now. That is, for what I saw, lofty, but it depends on how big it is. Maybe it's going to be a smaller game. I don't know. If it wasn't already obvious, City One Studios is taking a lot of inspiration from Half-Life 2. The game's pistols look like the USP. It's taking some inspiration, but honestly, it looks like it takes more from Deus Ex. And the dog, I'm going to say this right now, build up your core gameplay. Don't worry about the dog, developers, because it doesn't look good. But we'll see. Like, build out your everything else and then include the dog unless the dog is a core part of your gameplay, which I don't know if I saw anything that would say that. Okay, interesting. I actually really this puff piece on this doesn't do it justice in the sense of like If it's an indie game coming out and they're going to charge $10, awesome. Oh, yep. See. So it says the chemical burn development began as a Half-Life mod built-in source, but the team grew dissatisfied with the engine and decided to make the jump to Unreal 5. Yep, we saw that. And they're using assets to make it so they can get it done sooner. And I bet you some of the graphics we saw, like some of the stuff we saw in the beginning, is going to be different and change and is going to be improved. So I'm curious. It looks very one-dimensional, but it's a sneak peek, so we'll see what they have in the end. Wolf, what do you have for us now? How VR technology is curing loneliness in seniors. This is Fox. How dare you, Wolf, send me a Fox News article, but whatever. So this is atrocious. Oh, Fox News. That's okay. This is probably only legitimate news that's on here. Virtual reality offers thrilling adventures, therapeutic benefits to seniors. This is interesting, though.
All right, if you think you're too old to jump out of a perfectly good airplane, think again. I'm Kurt the Cyber Guy. Follow me at cyberguy.com and see why so many people get my newsletter for free. There is a new high-tech tool helping seniors feel alive and strong. VR, short for virtual.
He is quite active. What do you mean, Raichi? Lomki, unless they're going to be very depending on ray tracing. Yeah.
Reality is transforming senior care, offering immersive adventures that boost mental health and combat loneliness. Explore the world in virtual reality, from skydiving, hiking the Alps, and traveling around the world. It's all possible for our older loved ones now, all without leaving the comfort of their...
I'll be honest. So we'll see what type of budget they have now after everything's getting gutted, but these types of programs really do help. What is her name? Iron Mouse? I think she's a VTuber. She can't leave her room. She's immunocompromised. She has a disease that doesn't allow her to leave her room, essentially. And she's hooked up to a lot of stuff. There's other people that have disabilities or whatever stuff. Like, they can't leave. This type of tech and VR is actually very important for those types of people. For elderly, it's important. If you want to explore your spaces a little bit more, get a little bit more mobile. For me, it's good because I'll get up and play around with the VR. I haven't done it in a little bit. That's another thing I need to test on that framework, is how good is VR going to be on there, because totally down to play some, to set up, because my VR is not portable. In this room, I can't do VR. I'll have to hook up all my stuff out there. But yeah, this stuff's important.
With an amazing VR creation from a group of smart people at Mind Immersive, seniors can explore over 200 virtual experiences, from nostalgic trips down memory lane to thrilling global journeys.
They need better games. These poor seniors are getting tortured.
Experiences aren't just fun, they're therapeutic. Studies are showing that VR can reduce anxiety, enhance memory, and even slow...
You know what? One thing I miss... I miss shopping for beef at the meat market. I just need to get myself some sausage packed, and it's just, yeah. Okay.
Low cognitive decline. In fact, proof is in the numbers. 79% of seniors report feeling happier and more connected after using VR. Go figure. Virtual reality isn't just technology. It is a gateway to better health, deeper connections, and unforgettable adventures, no matter how old you are. More crazy cool tech like
Okay, Saber Guy. Hey, you might also freaking sideline as a pastor. So I agree. And I agree with you, Lomki. Agree is important. It's not that important when Meta has too much control on it at the moment. Here's the cool thing about this, Lomki, is that they have a lot of control over it. But they don't have all the control. Not every game is Meta only. I agree they have a lot, and Valve is one of the only other makers in the market. That's why I think the Decker project's really important. That being said, like, Facebook and Meta can go F themselves. Like, I am done with their stuff. I do not like Meta and anything that they stand for these days. And it's becoming more and more like that, but like, it's just done. I'm done. There's no redemption, really. Like, we need different social media apparatuses. So this is interesting. I actually do think I should get my dad into something like this, but something better. I should get my dad playing Half-Life Alyx. Honestly, he'd probably like it. Get him to stop watching football, get up. That's what I'll do. Valve, you're going to save my dad's health so he can walk around. And he feeds cows. He goes and moves bales of hay. He's not like that bad, but he could do more than just sit down and watch football all day. Get the Valve. You need to get the Deckard project out, and I'll get my dad one of those, and he can play Half-Life Alyx. Down for it. Okay, so this is interesting, and this is kind of like almost like I feel like an ad for Vive, which, to be fair, I don't know how much they're charging for these people. They have a veteran in there, of course they would. This is Fox. It's nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's just it's the token veteran guy and a Fox thing. So a lot of these things are very archaic and unfortunately could be done drastically better. So this feels a little bit like a marketing thing, but at the same time, I think I agree with the premise of this. Okay, new figures show Valve's Steam Deck is still by far the biggest selling handheld gaming PC, but the form factor isn't really taking off. Forecast for gaming handheld sales in 2025 is still far lower than 2023 peak. Now, here's the thing, guys. We have more signs of recession than ever. If things continue, especially with tariffs, expect this year to be just suck when it comes to sales and stuff like that. Valve. So if once Valve makes a Steam Deck 2, I think that will go back up. But like disposable income's not as high. Things cost more than ever. They cost more than they ever have. Like it is just not sustainable, and so we'll see how this year goes. But this year could end up being that's another reason why I'm going for more mid-tier hardware right now, too, and ones that are upgradable, because it's not going to be a very fun year, I don't think. When it comes to like prices and whatnot. So we'll see how well these companies do. And it is interesting that like it hasn't peaked since 2023, which is almost 2 years. That's crazy. Let's see, Cascoder, that's insane. Zuckerberg couldn't sell you your data Meta Quest by now. I know, right? Zuckerberg. There's no way. Like I wanted to get a Meta Quest 3 like a year ago, and now I'm like, the only thing I'll probably touch that Meta does these days, I touch Instagram, but I'll eventually get off that. Just being lazy, is React, which is for development. Valve plays the long game, always has. Yeah. And that's true. They have. Like, this is not a big deal for Valve. They don't care. They already are making hand over fist of money. Overall, Valve build the pillar, then trying to make a switch to sell 100 million. Oh, yeah. 100%. So, let's see. Whatever the number goes like this, I don't care. But overall, handheld sales for 2022 at 1.6 million units. That rose to 2.8 million units for 2023 before falling back precipitously to 1.4 or 1.5 essentially 2024. I just don't think sales are going to go that well this year. I think it's also very saturated. I don't think Steam Deck's going to sell more this year. They're not going to sell more than the 2023 until they've released a Steam Deck 2. Oh, really? Roughly around 35 to 50 million desktop gaming graphics cards are sold every year. 30 million gaming laptops. So very low comparatively. And here's another thing. These are specialty items. Laptops and desktops can be used for everything. You can use it for games, development, whatever. The deck, albeit fun and all, and I've had fun doing some stuff on it. It sucks for everything else. Even though you can run AI LLMs on this thing, and Gardner showed me that, and that was awesome. But this will always be a portable gaming device that I want to hook up into my a gaming setup dock that has an eGPU built into it, that I can play more powerful or more performant or better looking games or whatever on my TV, or hook it up right here and play it right here. I like the idea, because I like the idea of the Steam Deck, and I'm on and off, hot and cold on how I play my games. That is how I am. I've been playing a lot more games on my deck than I am on my PC, but partially because I'm just getting tired of my PC acting up every once in a while. So, yeah. Okay, Half-Life 3 could be in the late stage of development based on new Valve update. A new update from Valve makes reference to Half-Life Alyx, sometimes believed to be Half-Life 3, and also mentions optimization tech FSR 3. That's interesting. So, I think a lot of the stuff is already kind of known. Okay, let's see. Just double checking on this. You know the drill by now, taking everything with HEV suit full of salt, but the latest Deadlock update, same as recent updates for Dota 2 and Counter-Strike 2, contains a mention of Half-Life Alyx, or not Half-Life X, the in-development project that is thought to be the next Half-Life game. Half-Life 3, that in itself isn't a huge deal. A lot of Source 2 updates over the last few years make reference to Half-Life X. What's different this time is that AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution 3, better known as FSR 3, also gets a mention, which is actually a big deal, meaning they are planning on utilizing or testing the game with FSR 3, which is interesting. They could have been testing with other Welcome Cyber. It's been a little while. Yes. And so, but I would safely assume that they're in the means of doing some optimization tech on this. So they're going to be throwing FSR 3. They're going to be throwing a couple other pieces of tech and doing some finalizes to see how well they can get the performance to round out. And in this case, I could see this being some final touches. So yeah, maybe it's coming out this year. I, for one, hope that it does. That being said, I still don't think this is strong, solid evidence that we are going to be getting it this year. But I do think all the stuff we've seen and everything is solid evidence that we're going to get a Half-Life game dropping in the next 2 years. Maybe it's going to come out end of next year with a Steam Deck 2. Maybe it comes out this year with a Deckard project. Maybe it's just going to come out standalone. Who knows at this point? But I'm excited to see where this goes because I'm a huge Half-Life 3 fan. Cyber, thanks, man. Good to see you. I hope all is well. All is doing pretty well, yes. Lumkey, there is a reason why they're bringing Half-Life 3 can be the engine showcase game or console. Yes, there is a good chance that they could showcase off something. Honestly, Valve should work with Framework or acquire Framework and utilize their skills in developing desktop-like systems like this. This is, honestly, I know, I'm going back to Framework. This is a very exciting project, especially for APUs, because I do think APUs are going to be more and more the future, partially just because as we get 3D, let's just say as we have new tech coming out, we have nearly heatless transistors, but they're slow. So you want to get those as close to them as possible. So you're going to want to build a 3D shaped APU, and you'd be able to fit so many more cores and have it cool so much more than, I shouldn't say transistors, just, not transistors, but yes, essentially like transistors and tech like that, that you're going to want to build everything really close together if it's not going to be very fast. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see where we're going to be in 10 years. My bet is we're going to be seeing a lot more APUs, just full systems that can be plopped into TVs, just anything like a chip. Instead of having a dedicated graphics, I think dedicated graphics will be, I don't think will be fully dead for like 20, 30 years, but discrete GPUs should be for professional, and developers should make games run well on APU. I agree with Raichi. I honestly, just because like consoles are going this way, everything has gone this way, and everything's getting more and more optimized for APUs, at least as for consoles related. I would be shocked if you don't see the mainstream being APUs in 10 years. 20 years, I think Raichi's correct. Discrete GPUs or dedicated GPUs will be professional, meaning you need to render a large scene, maybe even do a really big game development project. It's going to be specialty for that, and that's it. Loam key, NVIDIA is pushing to make their own APUs. Loam key, NVIDIA already makes their own APUs, and they're some of the first good APUs. That's what some early Android tablets were run on, like the Shield, and also the box top TV set. Also, the Switch is run on an NVIDIA APU, but they're going to be making the leap into handheld gaming, it looks like, soon. So this is going to be interesting. I'm excited. To see. So maybe one day we'll have to do like a really fun live stream or like a video on like how I predict, like if I was to architect the future for these guys, and I would architect it in a different way than maybe how we're doing it. But APU would be the core part of it. APU and really put a lot of R&D into communications between multiple APUs and core sets. So, Loam key, Intel may be left out. Not sure Intel's going to make it within 10 years. I actually would be shocked if Intel did make it in 10 years, but we'll see. Raichi, the 80 cards were considered for consumers. The NVIDIA call them professional cards. The 80 cards? The 5080s, is that what you're talking about? So the 70 series cards are sold for the price of a Titan X. Yeah, the 70s. To be fair, once you get up to 5080 to 5090, the performance on that is just ridiculous. And I don't think you're getting performance like worth it. Like I still claim if the DLSS 4.0 works as good as they say, which I'm skeptical, I would just get a 4060 or a 5060. Why would I get a 5090? Seems silly at this point. Cascoder, not gonna lie, I feel worried about buying NVIDIA if they feel like they can release new GPUs that miss hardware and make old games incompatible. Yeah, that's true. Cascader, taking out PhysX is phase one of maybe. Wait, did they take out PhysX? But do they have any emulation for it though? Sometimes when they take out old tech, they can emulate it because it's good enough. I didn't realize they took out PhysX in the newest round of GPUs. That's freaking crazy. Oh, that's a whole generation, few generations. Huh? Interesting. CPU's doing the work now. Yeah, that makes sense. Raichi, AMD should just make something with Arc B5080 performance, but with working drivers. I agree with that. It'd be interesting to see how that would run. Mirror's Edge 1 runs at 16 frames per second on 5090. That's going to be optimized, Cascoder. So the cool thing about something like that is that And the funny thing with something like that, once Valve starts supporting NVIDIA cards and the translation layer, it probably could get fixed with something like that. Just add a GT 1030 in your PC to run PhysX. Damn. No, you can. Here's the thing, guys. That Mirror's Edge thing is really funny, but they can emulate that. Like, things are so powerful. They could run a really like crappy emulation of the API, meaning what they do is they just map the API that the PhysX would run through with the hardware into whatever hardware is now. You'll lose some optimization stuff, but it's so powerful it wouldn't matter. Frame generation will fix it. I mean, not the way I'd expect it to fix it, but yeah, I could fix it technically, but not the way that it should fix it. Okay, interesting. So, okay, that's it. That's all I have for today, guys. Do you have anything for me? If not, then I need to get back to getting a little bit more work done for tomorrow. Cascoder, but what happens when they decide nobody's using their hair physics calculations and you can't play the Tomb Raider reboot trilogy anymore? That's a good point. I'm not leaving quite yet, Rachie. Just hold up. I have a couple of things to say. Lomkey, they can make a layer, but it is NVIDIA. They are very picky. Yeah, they are. That doesn't mean NVIDIA has to. Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess. Okay. They don't have to, but if you're playing it on Linux and Proton does a good job of emulation or routing it, they could potentially do it. So I don't know if you need to rely on NVIDIA. And also, I kind of like, this is one of the things that's souring me on NVIDIA. I don't trust that they have my best interests as a consumer, which they should, in the near future for a lot of stuff. I trust in AMD a little bit more. I do wish there was a better third option, not Intel, because honestly, I think Intel's been too full of themselves in the past, and I just don't trust them in the sense of to make a comeback. Like, I think they've been resting on their performance increments for a very long time. And yeah, Cyber. Oh, okay, bro. I just saw you were streaming and thought I'd drop by. A great night. See ya soon. Yeah, no, good. Thanks for stopping by, Cyber. We'll do this next week, of course. Keep an eye out once again for gamesreveal.com. It's not up yet. It'll probably show us down. I will be having, I know I keep like I until it's to a good place, I'm not going to be releasing Games Revealed's new system, but just know that when I do release it, I'm going to be having a release kind of party, and we're going to be doing points giveaways, and you're going to be able to and there's going to be a leaderboard. There's going to be a fun stuff. We're going to make it fun. So keep an eye out for my announcement for that. I will not drop it just out of the blue for you guys. It will also come with show system, meaning like if you want to submit for points to a list that can be upvoted and be reviewed by me for up and coming, like these are going to become more show like. I'll be able to do that with this whole system, and you'll get points that you can spend on potentially some game giveaways and some other stuff that we're going to be having. So I'm going to probably do monthly games, like game of the month giveaways. And then on top of that, I am going to be doing some other fun stuff for the community. So keep an eye out for all that. I will definitely not drop it like a day one. I will let you guys know multiple ways, Discord, through here and all that. Once that officially happens, I'll have a beta sign up for it, but then we'll have a big kickoff. So keep an eye out for that. So Cyber, my game is on hold, at least right now. I am trying to get, well, first off, my computer I'm still working on getting my computer kind of like, because when I do development on it, it can sometimes crash. Don't like that. So I'm a little hesitant to build my video game on it. So I will be getting a new computer hopefully sometime in the next few months. So my game's on hold until I have something that, like maybe the framework or something like that. I'll work on it slowly, but I don't trust to do too much on it in case it crashes. So, and I know I have like, yeah, so it's going slower. So now I'm working on my Games Revealed website to between that and then with that, I'm going to be building that back up, building some more videos. Arachi, of course, the tools are the problem. Yes. I mean, yes, it is. Like, I am enjoying the building the video game, but I'm also, yeah, the other things kind of got in the way too. I don't need a nice PC. I just need to fix it and everything. And I am working on it. I'm just working on it slower. It's going to take a while. Yeah. So the website will be done soonish, and then we'll have some fun. Be doing some more videos too soon. But Lomkey sell your 3090. That's a new PC. There you go. Not a bad idea. It takes time to sell it though, and time is what I don't have. Because it's between family. I'll have more time. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Don't trust me. We'll get there. We'll get there. No problem. Rachie, I love PC gaming, but I spend my time on the internet and forget to play. Yeah. I spend a lot of my time developing stuff right now, and so I'm releasing some products and doing some other stuff that's in the software space to hopefully help subsidize some stuff, because eventually I want to be doing this / my video game / a piece or a software package that I'm going to be releasing that's not really relative to you guys, kind of as my full-time job eventually this year, but we'll see. That's what I'm kind of building up to. Yeah, so yep, fun times. We're gonna have a fun year. This is gonna be a fun year, and eventually I'll get into some really good I have 1 or 2 videos that I've been working on that I should have out soonish. So then with the new website, I'll be having a whole set of videos I'm going to be releasing with Susie's help. She's going to be doing some research for me that are going to be tied directly to if you want to find out information about hardware and stuff that's coming up. I'm going to be keeping track of those websites pages really well. So we're going to have some good times. Thank you guys for watching. That is all I have for today. You guys have a good spicy night. Whatever that means. I don't know. You can have a spicy night or not. I'm so sure some of you guys will. Lumpy. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, next week, I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe I'll even do some game streaming if I end up with some time this week. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted in Discord. Peace out, guys. Later.